Hi guys, Dorothy here. I'm a professional astrologer, and you can find me on the web nhastrologer.com. If you have your own personal and private questions, please comment wherever you see this, YouTube, Facebook, wherever. I will answer. Now, another thing I want to thank you guys for. I want to be very grateful. Since my last recording and making of this one, my YouTube channel went over 10,000 subscribers. Now, I've been working on that for almost 10 years now, so that's not that impressive, but it's impressive enough where I just want to say thank you very much. I'm very grateful for all of you. I'm now at another level, which is YouTube's happy about, and that helps them to present my channel for discovery to more people, which is exactly what I want, because these free weekly videos are just here to educate and enlighten you, so you're able to maneuver through your week a little more easier if you choose to pay attention to these energies that I present here every single week. So thank you very much, and with a lot of gratitude from the bottom of my heart. Couldn't have done it without you. So let's get started. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Thank you guys. Now, the beginning of the week is super easy. I'm just going to blow right through that really quickly. And we have Venus-Uranus connecting on Friday. That is going to take up the majority of the time of this video because it's incredibly important. But let's get started. Monday with the moon in the sign of Scorpio. The energy of that is about digging deep, research, and understanding. So if you have something emotionally unconscious or something that's being triggered, yes, Chiron is in Aries now, and that helps us to really step up when it comes to our own personal insight and understanding and healing. When the moon is in the sign of Scorpio, the way it is all day Monday, most of the day Monday, we have an opportunity to dig in deep. Now, with that going on, that has everything to do with research, but emotions can come to the surface that we haven't noticed or recognized in a long time. It's not a big problem, but it is something that we can be aware of, all right? And I also want to remind you on my website, nhastrologer.com, go there, click on the written forecast tab, and you can read this forecast. I always write it out ahead of time, so there'll be a lot of information there. And then when I get in front of the camera, I just say what I think I remember and additional information. So both sources of media are really good to use, so don't forget to go there. All right, good. So Monday, moon of Scorpio, lots of deep, intense emotions and the ability to do a lot of research if that is just part of your life at that point in time. Moving on to Tuesday. So what we have Tuesday is the moon has now moved into Sagittarius. It moved into Sagittarius Monday afternoon. The moon in Sag Monday night, Tuesday, and Wednesday is about fun. The moon in Sag is fiery energy. That means when we're emotional, we really are picking up the steam, people know. And this is mainly happy. Moon in Sagittarius is fun. I have 3 immediate relatives that have the moon in Sag, and they are fun. They love entertainment. They love to play. They are about telling you the truth. Sometimes, like my mom, she's one of them, smack between the eyes. You'll walk in and she'll go, wow, you look fat today. She's just so direct. It's so funny, but sometimes it's not always that great. But and then the 9-year-old grandson does the same thing. He's very direct. That's the moon in Sag, right? We're super direct with that. Now, we're not born with it, because I'm just talking about it where it is out in the sky. That just means for the next couple of days, we might feel like we want to tell the truth. Sometimes it's a good idea, and sometimes it's not, right? On Wednesday, when the moon makes a conjunction to Jupiter, this is when we really might be putting our foot in our mouth if we're not careful, or it is about really being honest and open with ourselves and what's important for us to share with the world, all right? Now, when I think of Sagittarius, I also think of comedians. You know how they tell the truth, but they do it in a way that makes it funny. This is the lightheartedness of serious things, which Sagittarius can bring to the surface for us to enjoy and just not take ourselves so seriously. All right, that is what we have for the energy on Tuesday the 26th and Wednesday the 27th. Now, on to Thursday the 28th, the moon has moved into the sign of Capricorn in the middle of the night. Depends on where you live, East Coast, West Coast, but it's the night of the 27th, the morning of the 28th, the moon in Capricorn. That is nothing like the moon in Sagittarius. Moon in Capricorn is serious. Sometimes it's a wet blanket. I have one. It's in my natal chart. It's the practical, the logical, does not really tolerate overly emotional people during the time that it's in the sign of Capricorn, which will be all of Thursday, all of Friday, and half of Saturday. So that means the overall energy, the overall emotional temperature is being logical, being practical, being serious, being grounded. There's nothing wrong with that because we need that to accomplish things. We need to be driven and goal-oriented. And that's what happens when that moon is in the sign of Capricorn. And that is, as well, the main energy for what we have on Thursday. All right? We're able to really put our nose to the grindstone, if you will, and get a lot of work done. Now, the overall energy of that, too, is when that moon's in Capricorn. I'm going to move on to Friday now. We also have the Venus-Uranus square on that day, and the moon in Capricorn making connections to Saturn and to Pluto. So this is Friday, March 1st. This is serious. This is a piece of what Friday is about. This is the highlight of the week, is Friday. There's a piece of what Friday is about is that, it's not a fun, easy-going day. It is a day where we just need to work and get a lot of work done. Maybe it's a deadline day because it's a Friday and it's the first of the month. Whatever it is for you, we're feeling like we need to get a lot of work done. And if we don't, even people will be bringing work home for the weekend since the moon's in Capricorn through part of Saturday. So some of us will be feeling so serious and so hell-bent on getting work done that we bring it home. All right. So that's the moon conjunct Saturn, moon conjunct Pluto. More info in that written forecast I mentioned earlier. So go read that too. But what else we have going on here is Venus at the final degree of Capricorn makes a square aspect to Uranus, who is at the final degree of Aries. So what does that mean? Here's the way I will explain it to you. So take notes. When Venus in Capricorn, since early February, she's been taking, Venus is all about our love relationships as well as our financial standing, what we love, how we spend money. So while it's been in Capricorn since early February, I think it was February 3rd, it moved into Capricorn, we've been wanting just to get serious and to solidify how we're earning money, what that looks like, the things that we're purchasing. There's nothing extra or excessive about Venus in Capricorn. When it comes to the relationships for the last 3 weeks, we really wanted to get serious about who's in our life and, how committed we are to each other. Now, at the final degree of Capricorn, squaring to Uranus and Aries, final degree of Aries, he is about being independent, breaking away from patterns, and really blazing new ground. These are two very different energies. Being that they're at a 90-degree angle to each other, we're going to be feeling like we're missing something. This is how most of us will feel like, like we're just in a hurry, and that can create anxiety in some people, not everybody. Kind of like you're in the security line at TSA, and your plane is going to take off in 20 minutes, and that line's at least an hour long, and stress and tension comes to the surface. It's time to examine what that tension is about for you, and why are you feeling that way. These aspects are not here to make our lives difficult. They're here to show us what we might be missing. So if you're feeling tension, feeling stress Friday, then this is the reason. All right? Because something is coming to a head. So this is not true for everybody. Okay? And remember, I've always said, don't make a problem if you don't have one. This is just for some people. Now, Remember, the Capricorn moon, you can rewind a little bit, that Capricorn moon connecting with Saturn, Pluto, and Neptune throughout the day. Still, we still have this solid base underneath us if we pay attention and allow that to be part of what we're doing, okay? So those are the big important things for Friday. Then, one more thing for Friday, Venus enters the sign of Aquarius. Now, I have a lot of inner circle girlfriends that have Venus in Aquarius. On the surface, they look normal. Sorry, girls, you know who you are. They look normal. But you scratch the surface, and there's more than normal there. Normal is fine because we need to be accepted in society in some way. But that Venus in Aquarius for the next 3 weeks, like these ladies I know, this is you being unique and different, and somebody who is willing to throw a statement out there just to get a dialogue going that amps people up. It is about, you're going to hear these words, Uranian energy, which is Aquarius. It's about breaking away from old patterns, breaking away from status quo. And when Venus is in Aquarius, like these ladies I know in their whole lives, they're always constantly pushing that edge, making people think things differently than what they've been trained and thought and what society thinks okay. It's just about being yourself as a unique individual and not somebody that actually fits into a mold, okay? That is some of the most important stuff that we get with this Venus in Aquarius, and it starts Friday, March 1st and goes for 3 weeks. So more information in the written forecast. All right, but that's enough for now. I know I talked fast. If you're on YouTube, you can actually slow me down a little bit. There's a tool at the top right-hand corner. Yeah, and you can slow down my talking. I know I try not to talk too fast. I really do. But when it gets flowing, it's hard to slow it down. So with Venus now in Aquarius, and we're looking at Saturday, March 2nd, I get to go see Bruce Schofield at the Boston NCGR's opening lecture this year, and I'm looking forward to that. That's on Saturday the 2nd, and that's a great way to use Venus in Aquarius, and the moon actually also enters Aquarius, but not till the afternoon, and Aquarius also rules astrology. So for you astrologers out there, this is a great weekend to be studying and to be learning new things and deciding what classes you want to take. I teach, by the way, especially if you're a beginner and everything's kind of like all over your head and you're not sure how to put it all together. That is my specialty. Specialty is to help you as a beginner or an intermediate person start to make this stuff cohesive. So if you're interested in talking to me about that, go to my website or comment below and let me know that you're interested, and we'll have a conversation about that. One more thing I wanted to back up just a little bit on March 2nd, Saturday, March 2nd, is the moon in Capricorn makes a square to Uranus in Aries, and that's at 1:47 p.m. East Coast time. This is the moon is now in the same place that Venus was in on Friday, all right? So just a day before. So this is still going to feed that fire if you're feeling anxious about something and not able to really understand what's going on. So this energy of the moon is just for a few hours, but it's definitely going to re-trigger, if you will, what was going on for you on the morning of Friday when Venus and Uranus made that square, okay? Don't be worried. It only comes up. Handle your emotions, figure out what's going on, really do your best to not give it a whole lot of life if you know that it is something that's big for you, all right? Take your time on that one, because that's important to pay attention and manage how it is we're handling our emotions as they come to the surface. And that moon square Uranus can definitely bring some things to the surface. All right, I'm going to move on to Sunday, March 3rd, and the only aspect that we have today is the moon in Aquarius squaring Mars in Taurus. We are going to be in our heads a lot, trying to figure out what's going on. And I'm telling you, if you feel like you're thinking things through too much and you're feeling stuck, The best thing that you can do on a day like that is to get into meditation, get into music, or take a nap. You know, whatever those things are that can like calm you down and get you into a more neutral space, because this is in the middle of the day, and the moon in Aquarius, Mars in Taurus are fixed energies, and it's usually very difficult for these energies to move. It peaks right around 2 in the afternoon, East Coast time. So just know that within a couple hours on either side of this is when we'll be feeling it the most. The rest of the day, easy breezy. All right. Get into meditation if you're feeling too much tension, or whatever it is that you like to do that can help you to relax and know that you'll handle it another day. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you for joining me today, nhastrologer.com. Thank you very much. Blessings and namaste.